too difficult. Though it's quite spaced out. Might be harder for a Protoss player.
Let's start off.
Would you like to do introductions?
Sure. In the top left-hand corner, we have the Red Terran, GNR Boss Terran. I'll let you introduce Drumhead.
And in the... Oh, you've already said his name. It's hardly an introduction.
Oh, shoot.
And in the
Oh,
bottom right-hand corner, from Team Para OP, it's Drumhead. Spawning as the pink Protoss.
Very popular color, both series. And so far, just everyone building their supply depots and pylons. Just super fun. The whole thing, what's kind of going to determine is when gases are taken for both players. I'm guessing we'll see probably a 12 refinery from Boss Terran just for that Reaper opening. But we need to see if Drumhead is going to get one gas or two, and then how many probes he puts in that, and then we can kind of infer what his tech path will be.
No, it's going to be pretty important to see when that's occurring. Boss Terran is going to be bringing down that gas shortly. Yeah, gas going down at 12 supply, so quite early. Normally it's meant to be 13. Wait, it's 12 for a Reaper, so I'm sure he's going to go for a Reaper expand, most likely. Very standard on this map.
Kind of a bummer for Drumhead not going for that Reaper wall. Akoda is kind of a bad map to do Reaper walls, but I don't know. It still expects to at least try to get some of the wall up.
Yeah, no, I prefer putting a first two at the back to stop the Reaper from being quite so mobile. But I'm sure Drumhead knows what he's doing. And that second pylon coming down right now.
There's the Reaper. Seems just getting one gas. We could just see a one gate expansion. Very standard. Drumhead gonna hide his probe in the third. I really like doing this because when the Terran goes out to build a command center, you can send the probe, and the Reapers like halfway out across the map, you can send the probe back in just to harass that SCV. Very rarely do you get it, but very often they have to pull the SCV back and then bring a new one in, and it just delays the command center by like 5 seconds, and it's just a pain. Just an absolute pain.
That's really clever. I've never seen that before. Okay, good news that the Zealot didn't come down, but it's very standard practice to get it up. Should be saying the Warp Gate and probably a Stalker. Oh, wait, Mothership Core first, obviously.
Man,
I'm too used to Wings of Liberty, it seems.
Mothership Cores are a great unit to have. Oh, and there goes the probe. I'm just going to tickle that SCV. Boss Terran just going to have to send another SCV down.
Oh, will he get it? Will he get it?
Don't lose it, though. Don't lose it, though!
He lost it! That probe is already paid, but he can harass the second one. He can harass the second SCV.
He can. He's going to opt to scout, which I guess is good. All
no,
you need to see is the factory timing, but I would just go back down there. See if you can go for round 2.
Round 2, come on. No, the Marines are going to pop out before then. He missed an opportunity to really annoy a lot of people.
I think that like kind of put Boss Terran off. Like he's just like, are you kidding me? I let that happen? Like, oh, what a bummer.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Sometimes the biggest loss there isn't so much the SCV, but I mean the loss of mind balance, because you just ask yourself, how did I manage to do that? How come I mucked that up a bit? Reaper's going to get some more scouting in.
Drumhead's being very good with his Mothership Core, not allowing the Reaper to get any kills. He's actually going to cut it off. Oh no. Is that Reaper going to die? Wow. Good. Oh, no. Reaper's still
Oh, Stalker probably will get a couple of shots off. That's all he needs. Second one. There we go, yeah.
Drumhead. Pretty happy with his position, I bet. He's getting his Robo, getting a Forge. A little bit of an early Forge. I like that, though. Forges are good.
Yeah, he's going to play it defensively, obviously, getting the robot pretty early and the Forge to match. And just chronoing his probes. He's got plenty of energy.
Are these Marines going to get any kills? It seems like they're just going to go into the main. Oh no!
Seems like they're going to die. Just kill them.
What?
What are they doing?
What?
What? I mean, they walked past.
Okay, now he steps up.
They walked past probes, and they. And this is hilarious.
Okay.
Not a single amount of damage was done. I'm assuming that he mucked up his rally or something, because that was so
That
weird.
must have been it. He must have forgot to re-rally. I don't know, though, because he microed the Marine against the probe, didn't he? I have no idea.
I just have no idea how he managed to. That's baffling. Well, regardless, it seems Drumhead really is wanting to play it defensively, worried about any sort of Widowmine drops. Got both photon cannons down before the medevac was even sent out, so this is going to get deflected easily.
He's going to completely shut this down. It's not even...
He's not got his upgrades yet, despite the fact he built a forge. So that makes me think he just wanted it for the cannon, which is a bit surprising.
It could just be really good scouting by Drumhead before the game happened, just looking at Boss Terran's match history and seeing like, oh, okay, he goes for Widowmine drops.
Yeah, either way, it's certainly very cautious, and that mine's down before it even got going. He needs to focus down on mine when mine's dropped.
2 kills, not worth it. Was able to save the medevac, so that's always nice, but it's 650 resources lost for Boss Terran and 150 lost for Drumhead, so very good start to this game. Probably feeling very, very comfortable. I would like to see a Robo Bay come down soon. I'm just getting...
Yeah, I'd like to start seeing some tech. He's got it all set up, right? So he's getting the +1 now on attack. He should... I mean, I usually like to get out an Immortal at least, but I think you're right, getting the Colossus as quickly as possible is a really good strategy. And going for Twilight Council first, alongside Robobay.
See, very Marine heavy from Boss Terran, even though he has 2 tech labs. Marauders are just good. Okay, yeah, now he's building Marauders. Marauders are just always good versus Protoss. The only time they're not is like versus Max Immortals, but that pretty rarely happens. We're going to see another drop.
Do you think this drop will get any damage done?
I think Drumhead is completely prepared for a big drop play. He's keeping units in the main. He has some units in the natural. He has cannon in each mineral line, Mothership Core in between, and researching Blink. Blink won't matter with this drop, but I mean, this dude knows drops are a thing, and he's ready to defend them. And a nice observer placement. Going to actually scout these 2 medevacs before they even hit the base.
Yeah. All the upgrades for those Marines won't actually come down by the time the drop will. What will come down is this massive army ready to greet those Marines. Rightly moving away is Boss Terran. And the first Colossus is going to be already out by the 11-minute mark.
I think it's super safe for Drumhead to take this third. I think it was a very smart move. He has the Colossus to defend it. He's got a couple sentries too. Sentries, I don't like sentries too much in PvT, but if you can get the force fields off and a guardian shield, totally worth it.
Yeah, Boss Terran keeps on trying to prod in, but just don't think he's going to be able to get anything done at the moment. And meanwhile, a second Colossus will be coming on. Do we see any Viking response? Yeah, we are seeing a couple of Vikings come out.
And we're seeing 2 starports. So he's definitely going to get a lot of Vikings out and could just go for one big push. And here we go, drop on the side, but again, the cannon's out there, and you have now Stalkers with Blink in 15 seconds. So this should be shut down.
Two Colossus are going to shut this down really quickly. He needs to respond though.
Ooh. Alright, got a cannon.
Blink is going to be done very shortly, so he might be able to take them by surprise. Photon Overcharge is going to scare off the army.
Those medevacs are almost trapped. Oh, never mind, they can escape. Yep. Ooh, very close.
Come on, blink. Oh.
I wonder if he could have made it. I would have liked to see that.
I think he could have. He seemed to have 4 Stalkers, but you've just got to be really on point, right?
I feel like Drumhead is just playing brilliantly. He's now getting charged. He's getting another forge. Oh! Drop, snipes a medevac right away. Gonna lose all these stalkers. Oh no, I forgot he had Blink.
Yeah, Blink saved him there. Really nice there. Solid defense. No real need to move even most of the army back.
Neither. Okay, yep. Drumhead has scouted the third of Boss Terran, but still probably feeling pretty comfortable. I mean, he's done a great job defending. He's getting all his tech up. He has a good amount of gateways, a healthy gateway count, 9 gateways. So I bet he's feeling pretty good right now.
That's a large army from Boss Terran, though. He's been macroing up while we've been speaking. He is about 40 supply ahead. Shouldn't matter too much given the upgrades and the tech advantage of Drumhead, but Drumhead needs to get that 4th Colossus up, and Drumhead needs to get some sort of... I'd say a batch of Zealots would probably be really useful against this heavy Marauder force.
Definitely, especially just to tank while the Colossus go to town on the bio. Boss Terran has completely abandoned medevacs. He's just been building Vikings. He only has the 1 medevac from the drops that was from there earlier. And he's also getting some Ghost out. You can actually hit a nice timing before Templar come out and just spam EMPs over that Stalker's Colossus Zealots.
Yeah, 4 Templar have been walked in, but they're going straight to Archons. I think Drumhead is very wary of the threat and realises the fact that Storm isn't going to come out in time. So I think that's a good decision there. I just really hope that he keeps on building those Zealots. I think a reasonable chunk of Zealots will massively help the 4 Colossus and Archons. Yeah, and he's getting the Zealots now. Should be able to hold off then.
I believe so, and he scouts the army movement, which is nice. Oh, pulling SCVs. He's not pulling all the SCVs, just the ones in his natural and in his main. He still has the one in his third. But I think if he can take out this Nexus, it'll all be worth it. Good scan, seeing the pylon and photon cannon wall. That's actually really cute. I kind of want to try that.
I have not seen that before. That's a... I mean, I get why he does it. It's just quite a weird movement. It might be really effective at making sure that the SCVs don't attack from that side. He's going to only be able to attack via one route, and that's this route here. First Colossus is going to get sniped already before any of the engagement really occurs, but he's going to be moving into a choke, is Boss Terran.
Oh no, some of the Zealots got trapped behind the Stalkers. The Vikings just going to town on the Colossus. They managed to get one. Can they get another one? But the bio's just going to remain supreme.
Yeah, the bio has already... Yeah, he's knocked out like all of the Colossus. There's only one Archon which is going to be able to do much damage. But we're just seeing a massive swell of bio, and this is going to take down the natural. And I hope he also takes down the third, and then just runs away. There's no reason for him to go up that ground to have the chance of being force fielded. Right now, Boss Terran, even though he's got barely any medevacs, has just the far bigger army and can take that advantage. Yeah, Robobay is going to go down, hopefully. Hopefully... No, Robobay isn't going to go down. So that's a decent advantage, at least, if Drumhead can get back into this game. Actually, the bio force is really weak.
It's the lack of medevacs. If he stims too much, he's just going to be in a lot of trouble, and he's continuing to not make medevacs. I think he should just back out right now. Just go home. I mean, why risk it? If he gets like 2 storms off, it's going to be such a big problem. Even though he does have EMPs, and his EMPs were very nice in engaging that army, he managed to EMP 2 High Templar that would have had enough for a storm, and get the majority of the Stalker Colossus.
Yeah, I think Boss Terran should just clear up all of these 4 pylons and run away as quickly as possible. I think every second he leaves himself open to a chance of a storm, every second he leaves himself to losing this army. If he loses this army, I think Drumhead's back in the game. Yes, he's risking an engagement here. I don't think it's worth it.
Oh, good storm.
Oh, see? This is the problem, right? His army is really, really weak. It'll just take It'll just take one more storm, and I reckon most of this army's gone. He can't risk that. He's not far enough ahead.
And again, he just keeps building Vikings. I guess it's good since the Colossus production has been pretty constant, but oh, losing so many probes right now. What a bummer. Manages to save a few.
Okay, it's really important for Drumhead that A, he moves out and does some damage, and B, that he gets his natural up, because his natural is reasonably safe and got enough minerals to help him out.
I think he's just going to go for like an all-in, which I think he should just pull the probes hey, he pulled SCVs and it worked. Why not pull probes? It'll probably
Yeah,
work.
if he's going all in, then he should just pull the probes because these probes are doing nothing at the moment. They're barely mining anything. Um,
Oh,
oh, nice storm, but he loses on the High Templar. Question is whether or not these Vikings are going to be able to knock out both the Colossus. If one of the Colossus survives, I reckon he's got this game. But at the moment, both Colossus are falling. Just don't know how to call it.
those two. Yeah, he needs to pull back. The High Templar don't have storms just yet. I don't know. I can't believe Drumhead is still in this game. Like, you lost both your bases and pretty much your army. How are you still in?
I think he needs to keep on attacking. I'm really worried that he's moving back. I think both those High Templar need to move in, do a storm, and then turn into Archons and just keep on attacking. He needs to take down at least third. Possibly he needs to just take down Boss Terran.
Weird game. Weird game. Okay, he is getting his third back up. Again, he didn't damage the economy of Boss Terran. I mean, besides the whole SCV pull. So I still feel like Boss Terran can just get a big army and just go and attack.
Yeah.
Get some more ghosts. Get Cloak, too. I would love to see Cloak.
Just look at the production tab, right? 5 Marauders, 2 Marines, 3 Vikings, 1 Medevac, another barracks on the way, and he's already about double the supply of Drumhead. Drumhead only has a Nexus building. He doesn't have enough resources. Every second that goes by is another second of which Boss Terran pulls ahead. If Boss Terran can use that advantage to take down the third yet again, Drumhead's got nothing, right?
Totally. He has to bank on these storms, which is never a good feeling, especially when there's ghosts out.
He has to be really cost efficient in the next battle. The trade-off means he loses.
Oh, he's gonna go for a Dewdrop. I actually think I like if he just went into the main, just took out a lot of production. Oh man.
This is either genius or awful.
Imagine if he just warps in like a couple High Templar and those Medevacs had like a ton of energy. It's like, oh.
Feedback. And everything's gone. Oh well.
I think this is great. The army is so out of position. Honestly, I wouldn't even blame Drumhead if he's just like, alright, you know what, you can take game 1, I don't mind. This just probably feels terrible.
Boss Terran, though, really has been playing well, just solid macro throughout. This really can't be understated. And a decent SCV pull, and that seems to have taken him the game. Oh, but the storms!
A lot of storms.
And he didn't really actually kill that many things, right?
He killed a Forge and he killed the Robo, so no more Colossus, so he can actually totally abandon Viking production for the time being and just focus on either like Medevacs, getting more Ghost. I really think Boss Terran needs to expand. I
think Boss Terran needs to stop building Vikings. Currently he's building 4 and already got more than enough to kill about 3 Colossus.
It's going to be 14 Vikings versus 1 Colossus. And they're not too good on land, so... Yep, he's going to move in. He just has 2 Ghosts, 2 more building. Drumhead expanding yet again. Probably just crossing his fingers like, oh, I hope he doesn't scout this.
Yeah, Drumhead doing the incredibly clever move of crossing the fingers and praying.
Hope I don't
3-3 on the way for Boss Terran should signal doom for Drumhead. But Drumhead, I guess he's looking for that perfect engagement. Question is, can he really find it at this point?
Oh, good snipe, taking out a High Templar. That hurt so bad. That's a lot of gas he just lost for the low econ he is. Oh, and a great storm.
That was probably a perfect storm.
Yeah.
Another couple of storms coming down, doing some really great damage, but I just think there's going to be enough bio at the end of this.
Colossus, I don't even think got a shot off.
Yep, and all the Vikings are landing now. Third is going to go down. Vast amount of probes going to go down with it. Storms were nice, and actually it was a really cost-efficient engagement, but it's just not enough. GG.
Drumhead did everything he could that game, was just too far behind. So a good game by Boss Terran, taking a great initial fight with those EMPs. And I can't believe, what if we seen 2 Diamonds just knock out the 2 Masters? That'd be fun.
Don't underestimate diamonds. I hear they're really, really good.
Wow, that was just very, very well played. And it was so surprising because Drumhead just looked so good. He was defending drops like a beast. But now we'll be going on to Cactus Valley, a very big map.
So what do you think, speaking as Protoss, Drumhead did wrong there? Like, what could he have done better to make sure that he didn't lose that crucial engagement?
I think I actually wouldn't have gone for the second Forge and focused on getting Templar out sooner. Because Ghosts aren't that scary when you have High Templar, because they just kind of cancel each other out. But
Yeah.
he only had 2 High Templar at that engagement, so I would just like to see Templar a little bit faster, and like you were saying earlier, just more, and more Zealots. just a tank. They're just very, very good tanks.
Yeah, there's a Protoss I like versus Terran, which is designed to trick your opponent into thinking you're caring about the Colossus. So they overbuild on Vikings, and then you just get really, really quick 3/3 Zealots and just swarm them. It's quite effective, but you've got to be very, very defensive for a long time. Because you just put all your gas into the upgrades and Chronos into the upgrades.
Yeah, Chrono's always good. In the bottom left-hand corner, we have the pink Protoss Para OP player. It is Drumhead.
And in the top left-hand corner, spawning as the red Terran from Team GNR. What does that stand for, by the way?
Guns and Roaches.
There we go. Guns and Roaches. It is Boss Terran.
I think people will generally be surprised if Boss Terran wins this. I think he is the underdog going into this. So good for you, Boss Terran. He's great mineral stacking. Do you think he'll go for the Widow Mine drop again? Because it didn't really work out for him that well the first game.
Yeah, I tend to think he might do it in respect to the fact that ultimately he won the game. And generally speaking, if he can replicate that, he's through. So there's usually more onus on the losing player to work out what went wrong. But at the same time, I just don't know, right?
I think we're going to see a CC first. Greedy. I like it though, big map. But it's a bummer because Drumhead's going to scout him first. So he's going to be able to really annoy this SCV.
Yeah, he is going to annoy this SCV. Will the SCV go down? Let's play the game of...
Alright, we're taking bets. They're open for the next 10 seconds. Go. It's always interesting. Okay, so, yep, he scouts the CC. He knows it's the CC first. Whenever I saw CC first, I used to just think, okay, 2 base Colossus, like, just all in, and I'll win, right? And I always lost. And then I saw this post that Filter SC made. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's a good dude. And he was like, no, like, CC first is, like, really, really good versus 2 base Colossus and almost all ins because they just don't hit soon enough. So, hopefully Drumhead just plays it standard, doesn't let this phase him too much, maybe get his... Yep, and he's going to get his Nexus before his core. Totally able to do that. And he doesn't lose the SCV, so already this game's going pretty well for him.
So wait, you can't get aggressive when early CC. Well, what do you do then? Do you just go economic yourself really quickly? So you go into hyperdrive with that?
Totally found that to be the best way. Just be greedy yourself. The Terran might be a little bit ahead, but if you play right, you should be fine. Oh, SCV. SCV, please!
SCV, no,
please.
not again.
Oh, man. Oh, gets him. Man, Boss Terran's just gotta be like, are you kidding me? I can't believe it.
That's embarrassing. Once you can just go, oh, it was a misclick. Second time, no.
Yeah. It's kind of like a fool me once, shame on you. Get me twice, definitely a shame on me.
Yeah.
Alright, Boss Terran gonna scout Drumhead last. That just never feels good. It's just like, oh man. See, 2 early gases from. Yeah. Oh, I guess they weren't that early. The second one was just taken.
Little trick I'm surprised Boss Terran doesn't know. Considering that the probe came so early, it means that he either came from the top right or the bottom left. There's just no chance of diagonal spawn. So I'm a little surprised that Boss Terran's taking just so long to work out where Drumhead is.
You're totally right. That's always kind of a nice trick to use. Although he's probably so focused on that SCV micro, he probably forgot about this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw an early. He saw a Nexus, a Mothership Core, and a Stalker. It's most likely standard. You can't really get an Oracle out that early when you're investing so much into another Nexus, and then 150 gas into the Stalker and the Mothership Core.
Okay, so it looks like Drumhead's doing pretty much what he did last time. Going for bad.
Poking out with the Stalker, that's always nice. Just making sure Boss Terran doesn't have, like, some Widow Mines out early, some Medivacs out early, because then you can kind of gauge what's going on. So I like that. It's important not to lose it, though. Yep.
Absolutely.
Just kind of the same game as last time. It looks like Boss Terran will go for a Terran push instead of drops. He's probably, once the stim finishes, he's just going to go out and attack. But don't you usually see a Tech Lab, a Reactor, and then a Naked Barracks, not 2 Naked Barracks and a Tech Lab?
Yeah. You usually see Tech Lab, the Reactor, and not Tech Lab. But there are a lot of variations. That's one of the advantages of Terran, that you can mix and match a lot. Meaning, depending on what you want and depending on what kind of timing you're going for, how you do it. So it seems like he's not really wanting any Marauders at the moment. What he's wanting is to tech up quite quickly. So getting that factory, getting that starport, but also getting the infantry upgrades at a moderate pace. So it's looking like he's really aiming for a about 12-minute or so push rather than anything earlier, right? +1 on the way as well.
So. Yep, just getting combat shields. Drumhead, seeing the CC first, says, okay, I don't need the forges early. Just going to delay that for this little bit. I think Drumhead just would want to add just on a couple more gates real quick. Oh, but instead going for the Twilight Council and the forge. So he's taking up pretty hard. He's actually being a little bit greedy. But it's a big map. Why not?
Yeah, getting really greedy. Getting Colossus out. Hasn't got the thermal lance upgrade yet. But like you said, so many gateways, so many tech structures. I mean, he's got nothing in terms of army currently. He's just tech heavy. Do you think Boss Terran will be able to punish this, or do you think he's going to be able to get away with it and get ahead?
I think the best way to punish this would be to sit outside Drumhead's natural and just get a third himself. Because with these little units, you can't be aggressive. So you're pretty safe to take a third. And he saw that the 3 gateways were actually a little bit late coming up. So you can kind of tell that that's not a big priority. But it seems like he's just going to go for a drop, which I would like more if he had an army in the natural. Just so you can kind of pull the Protoss wherever you want him to go.
Yeah, Drumhead really knows how to play this style, because note that Stalkers are already at the point at which any effective drop would come in. I just don't see this doing any damage, this drop at least. I think Boss Terran should be a little bit more upfront and aggressive, rather than trying to be sneaky. Because Drumhead's on this. Drumhead's got this.
Alright, here we go. Oh, the Stalker's just moving out of position. Oh no, but he sees it with the Observer.
Yeah.
Should be fine. Getting more Stalkers. That's one thing. Okay, here we go. Oh, he's
just one more Stalker and he would have been able to do a one-hit there.
Man, that... a little sloppy from Boss Terran. You always kind of want to check where you're landing before you actually go in. That's okay.
Yeah.
Only lost 1 medevac, not the end of the world. It's just... It's more of a pain than anything. And Drumhead's going to take an early third.
I think that's quite
11
smart.
minutes.
Knowing that he's taken out an entire medevac probably gives him a good reason to try and take up third. Still not seeing the thermal lance upgrade though. which I find slightly worrying given the fact that he's got 3 Colossi.
And that could actually be a big deal. Because after a while, I know if I don't get it right away, I just completely forget about it all game. And so that could be a big problem when the fight happens. It just gives the Vikings such a big advantage because the Colossus have to move more forward. And the Vikings can actually stay with the Bio Army. So, that's kind of scary.
It means that Marauders can attack them directly because they've got the same range, and the Vikings just shoot from further away, so that's good for them as well. It makes Colossi just really, really ineffective. He's going to be able to get Storm up, though, at least.
Storm will be nice, and it actually seems like a pretty early Storm at 13 minutes. I usually get it around 14 minutes. But that's actually good. Okay, Ghost Academy coming up. Great job by Boss Terran. Not enough Diamond Terrans do this, is get the Ghost Academy early, or even get the Ghost Academy at all. So I really, really like that, and it worked out brilliant for him last game.
Yeah, he got a couple of nice snipes off last time, didn't he?
I just can't believe, but I honestly think this Thermal Lance is just, it's going to be game deciding almost.
Yeah, he needs to get it now. This is really starting to look slightly worrying. Because just imagine all of those 3 Colossi just gone, right? They're going to be gone really quickly. The Vikings are gone, which means that once the Storms are gone, there's nothing effective to deal with this force.
No Archons either. He's going to attack before Ghost hit. Ooh. Good blink forward. He was able to defend the Colossus, but wasn't able to get a Viking, so just dancing around. I just imagine at any moment, the second the Colossus attack, he's going to realize, and that's going to put a panic.
It's going to be too late, though. That's the problem, right?
He
actually still has time to rectify his mistake. A 4th Colossus is coming up. Oh, this is so cringeworthy.
Boss Terran is waiting for his +1 army. Oh, and he's even going to move out. They're going to meet. Oh, I guess there's an observer right over Boss Terran's army, so he knows exactly the positioning, which can actually really come in handy. Oh, here come the SCVs again. 3 more goes, +1 just finished. We're going to see an engagement very, very soon. Still no Archons. I would have liked to see some Archons.
And there we go. The army's going to go and come in. Apparently the SCVs aren't going to be doing anything at all. That's not good news there as a beginning for Boss Terran.
Gets every single Templar except for 2. He only has 2 Storms. What a great EMP.
Move. Boss Terran needs to push that advantage straight away. He's got a major advantage. If he can weather those 2 Storms, the Colossus are going to melt really, really quickly. There's still no Thermal Lance. If only he realised, just click on the Colossus. 6 range. 6 range.
Great time warts. He might be able to get another EMP though. Great snipe. He was not able to get another EMP off. He needs to go.
He needs to go now. He needs to stop waiting, right? +2 armor is now finished. Boss Terran can do this. Boss Terran's got this if he moves in properly. Colossus now suddenly realizing that they're massively ineffective.
Oh, they had to get so close. They got picked off so quickly. Boss Terran,
that Storm's gone.
I don't think Boss Terran
Storms.
knows that he has no. Oh, gets one. And really nice Storm. Wow, that Storm was definitely worth it. But now he's officially has no more Storms for the next 15 seconds.
I'm just convinced that Boss Terran doesn't realise that those Colossi won't be able to get even close to the damage they normally get done. Because otherwise I'm just not seeing what's good enough about this army.
The army supplies are 147 and 138. Drumhead's actually not that bad of in a position. I just wish he'd just be more aggressive. Just go. And here we go. We're going to see a big fight. Great EMPs on the Colossus. Not really on the Archons, though. The Archons actually remain untouched.
Colossus are untouched. Yeah, the army just melts.
Wow. Turns out you don't need Thermal Lance. You just get more units.
Just imagine how easy that would have been and how easily he would have held before, though, had he had Thermal Lance.
But surprisingly, it was still like a little bit one-sided.
He got a really good storm and a choke, um, which I think was massively useful at getting rid of those Vikings. And then Boss Terran just kept on waiting for kept on waiting for Drumhead to get all his upgrades. Great game.
Yeah, just a great job. And I think the storms were especially impactful against Boss Terran because Boss Terran does not get a lot of medevacs. So each storm does a significant amount of damage.
Yeah, and he seems to massively sacrifice a lot of medevacs to get out those Vikings much earlier, which did him good last time, but this time he didn't quite manage to deal with the Colossi weirdly.
His upgrades were lower this game too. At 18 minutes, he only had +1/+1. Drumhead had, I believe, +1 attack and +2 armor. So just small mistakes here and there, but now we got ourselves a series. It's 1-1.
So it's going to be interesting going into this. They both won at about mid-game times, playing pretty similar both games as well.
Oh, you know what's probably another big factor in that game? The fact that like half the SCVs died just for no reason. That's a big meat shield just gone.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see Game 3 on Vani Research Station. Very good map for drops, which we know Boss Terran likes, but Drumhead seems to not care about drops whatsoever. Probably hopes for drops. Great job. Go, go. Both players ready. Here we go. Game 3 of this series. We're going to find out who goes on to verse 1 HP and then who goes on to verse Roxas and the Losers.
So, how do you feel about Vani Research Station as a Protoss?
I hate it. I veto it. God, it's so good for drops. It's so, so good for drops. Just that spacing between the natural and the gold base. Oh, you can dance around that all day.
Yeah.
And it is actually a surprisingly good map for mech against Protoss.
Really?
So that would be interesting. Yep.
How?
It's, you just plant the army like right here and grab this watchtower, and the Protoss can't do anything. You just sit there, macro up, get a nice army, and just push. Even though mech is like notoriously bad against Protoss, but you can make it work if you have a good Ghost Vikings and tank count. And it's nice to use this avenue for just Hellion run buys.
I guess so. I've just never seen that before at all. But now you're saying it, I think... What?
I may just deal with it completely wrong, too. That could also be a problem of mine.
Well, a lot of Protoss players can't deal with mech, actually.
It's just because you never go against it.
Yeah, they never go against it, right?
Anyway, let's introduce the players. Kind of forgot about that. Let's start in the northern position for for the Para OP Pink Protoss player. It is Drumhead.
And in the bottom position from Team Guns and Roaches, blue Terran player Boss Terran, who was the boss in Game 1, but in Game 2 sort of floundered a bit.
Yeah, it was just a wacky game. It had so much potential, but Drumhead just got his storms off, managed to grab a couple out-of-position SCVs, and was able to take the game. He had very good Blink Stalker control, always made sure that his clusters were protected by his Blink Stalkers.
Good job. So the question I really want answered in this game is, will an SCV die by a probe?
See, these are the questions that matter.
We're dealing with the hard-hitting questions here.
Watch this probe get like 5 SCV kills just in the mineral line. Oh no.
Come on.
Buster has to be like, not this game, man. No way.
Never again. Tears streaming down his face.
Never forget. What is nice though is that this map it's hard to like hide the probe and then have it go into the natural since the natural's in base. So that probe may just go home. Just be like, okay, you're opening Reaper, you're not doing anything fancy. Oh, okay, he's building the Zealot this game. I noticed that he didn't build the Zealots the past 2 games, He'll probably end up canceling it now that there's not an engineering bay block. That would have been devastating if there was.
What he did in the first game, I'm not sure about the second, was that he built it up to a point and then cancelled, which is what you normally do just in case you need to be able to defend yourself. Because you have floating excess minerals. Yes, you notice he cancelled it again.
Yep. And he is hiding the probe a little bit. I doubt it's going to be used to like build a proxy Stargate or anything since he's still only on one gas. But the Reaper actually showing up a little bit before the Mothership Core. I wonder if he can get a kill. Oh, this is revenge. Payback. Ooh, don't get trapped.
My brother.
Got him.
Still not going to be able to get that much damage done. Only one kill. Probably every kill you get is good, but not the key reason for getting the Reaper. The key reason for getting the Reaper is the ability to scout, to know what's going on. Ooh, might get a second actually. No.
Good pullback from Drumhead. Very good control. It's actually pretty hard, you know, when there's a Reaper just tagging to like pick out a drone or a probe and pull him back. It's a good job. It's harder than it looks, or at least for me. There we go. Is he gonna get this one?
Yeah, notice he boxed those probes there. Rather than being able to select that individual one, it's much easier to just box those probes because you really don't want to be losing them.
And with the Stalker out, he should be fine. So only one probe. Good control by Drumhead. Good control by Boss Terran by not losing that Reaper. And we're going to see a Widow Mine drop again.
Do you think he'll get more damage done?
I think so. I don't think Drumhead's going to get a Forge this time, which means no cannons. So that's kind of nice, because the cannons are a big deal. Because if your observers are at a place and you don't notice it in time, the Widow Mines will get their shots off.
Yeah. Okay, looks like this Reaper is going to go down.
Did get the probe, though. That's 2 probe kills. He has officially avenged his 2 SCV brethren. Oh, nope, there is the Forge. He should... Oh, will he get cannons on time? I don't think he will.
Yeah, this is looking a bit closer. How long does it take to build the Forge? So he's got about 20 seconds left. Then he needs to build those cannons, and that's assuming that he does it instantly. I mean, I reckon he will build those cannons, just because, like you said, it's so easy for a drop. Look at all that drop space at the natural. But then again, I'm not sure.
And he's going to go. All right, 2 cannons start. Yeah, they actually will probably finish just in time. Wow, the star sense from Drumhead. Good job.
Spidey sense.
These won't do much. Still, he's just always on such a low gateway count. Still 1. 4 guys in the gas having an opposite problem of Roxas. Well, that's. I'd rather have 4 guys in gas than 2. So.
I'd rather have 3 though. 3 is
Three's
the
a
best.
pretty good number. It's the magic number.
Absolutely. Okay, well, currently Drumhead's been a little bit supply blocked, which means that Boss Terran is slowly pushing away on that supply count. But look, these Widow Mines are going to get nothing done.
I might not even get shot off.
Got a shot off. I think killed 2 workers.
I think you're right. 2 or 3. I really should have the... One sec.
Okay, so 5 workers have been killed overall by Boss Terran. So I think he got 3 there, because the Reaper got 2, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. So 3 kills. I don't think it's worth it, though. Did he lose the medevac?
No. Look, the medevac's on the left.
Oh, okay, good. I couldn't see it. Alright, so that's good.
A serious number of Marines are being built currently, and no third looking to be on the way. I think Boss Terran is going to be going for a heavy push.
I think I would like that. I think I would like it mostly because, again, just low gateway counts. 2 gateways. You can't get a lot of units out with 2 gateways unless you're only using Chrono Boost on the gateways.
The one weird thing I'd say about it, though, is 2 engineering bays are coming down. So engineering bays tend to be for like later game when you're getting those upgrades, and building a heavy amount of units are for now, for trying to kill your opponent, getting some damage done. So that there's a bit of a mismatch in what Boss Terran is trying to do. Might be good though for a follow-up, those 1-1. That Boss Terran is going to be getting shortly. Yeah, the next 100 gas.
This is... Drumhead has 3 forges. I'm going to assume this is a mistake. There's no way he's going to get shields along with all this. That's just too much tech for 2
But
bases.
shields is the greatest upgrade ever. Everyone needs shields.
Archons and just hope no EMPs.
Okay, well, I think Boss Terran might be able to do some serious damage here, actually. There's going to be able to be 2 photon overcharges, and a Colossus with only 6 range is currently coming down. But this is quite a swell of units from Boss Terran. If he could manage to get up, poke, force a photon overcharge, maybe snipe a Colossus. Apparently he doesn't seem to be doing that. Might be going for the drop, though.
I think it may have been smart for him to not go up just because Sentry was there. So if his army got cut in half, maybe it could have done some things. I don't know. It's just a risky play, but we will see a drop in the natural. The Stalkers are a little bit out of position.
Is the Oracle seeing it? Okay, yeah, the Oracle has seen 3 medevac now.
Oh, they're just sitting on top of the observer. That's a bummer.
Yeah. I thought they were going to dodge it for a while because they were just out of range. But yeah.
Oh, and he elects to drop anyway. I don't know if that was the smartest move. Get out of there.
Get out of there. No. Not the biggest problem. He did manage to get quite a few Stalkers for his troubles and get 2 of the 3 medevacs out of the way. But still not worth it, really.
The worker counts are the same, but now Boss Terran has a 3rd, and Drumhead hasn't even started his 3rd.
Yeah. I think the real problem for that is not getting shield upgrades. I mean, this is why you get the 3rd forge. Shield upgrades are just the best upgrade ever. It's right up there with the upgrade where you get 6 Marines into the bunker rather than 4.
Oh, okay. Neo Steel?
Yeah, Neo Steel frame. Not a day goes by where I'm like, yes, I got an engineering base straight from Neo Steel. I need it as quickly as possible.
I think it upgrades. Hold on, I'm gonna read it. It upgrades the command center too. Oh, more cargo space. Good job, Blizzard. I'm glad you thought that would be a thing.
Crucial, Blizzard. Good work.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Thanks, David Kim. Base David Kim.
You know what we need for balance? We need to get 6 Marines in.
Oh, hey, you got thermal lamps. This is good. It's all good.
Yep. He's learning.
Ooh, gonna get the observer, which is kind of nice. And he elects to go back. I don't think it'll be worth it if he loses any Colossus. And it looks like he may. Looks like he's gonna lose the 3rd.
Yeah, this is a really good attack. He's going to be forced to lose the 3rd. Don't think Boss Terran can move up there, but there's just no need, right? He's stopped the 3rd. He's 50 supply ahead, right? And he's not even upgrades behind.
I think that was brilliant because he also dropped in the natural. He lost both medevacs, which kind of stunk. But he dropped in the natural, probably had Drumhead all his stalkers over there. So we cut the army in 2 and just... The cutting the army wasn't efficient enough for Drumhead to defend at 2 locations at once.
Might be able to get another cancel on this Nexus. This is devastating. Yeah, straight away cancelled. Brilliant play by Boss Terran. And he's going to see those High Templar as well if he was paying attention, which is important to know. Storm's just about finishing.
So no Ghosts in production yet, so those High Templar are going to be super cost effective for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
And the upgrades are just superior. Did Drumhead just cancel his +3 attack? I don't know. But his +3 armor will be done before +2 armor is done for the Terran.
Okay, these Vikings might be able to pick off prodding and poking. It's a really nice position. Every second that a 3rd is not taken is another second that Drumhead is going to be suffering. He needs to get it down as quickly as possible.
He may just wait to have the Ghost and then push. It's always scary going against an army that Ghost has. Who's attacking what? Oh my god! Check out Boss Terran's engineering bay.
Yeah, this is a really weird traitor SCV. Getting it down to half
Traitor.
health already. Good work there. I mean, with
That
any
would be
luck,
amazing.
I'm just gonna focus on this. This is far more funny. This is
Forget the game.
hilarious. Rather than getting +3, +2, he's already set the engineering bay on fire.
It's
We have a
burning.
pyromaniac on our hands at the moment, guys. Right now, this engineering bay is it's burning itself. It's burning itself. It's
Oh, but
gone.
we do have an engagement. Oh,
Yes, but we have an engagement between an engineering bay and an SCV. Why is nobody focusing on this? Misses the EMP, but a nice concave might be able to damage it. Vikings currently trying to see what it can take down. Meanwhile, that engineering bay is a goner, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry to say, in
so
2 seconds it's gone. It's gone.
Good engagement. Wow. The Vikings just going to town on those Colossus. You might lose every single Viking though in the process. Is that worth it?
He needs to land the Vikings now, I reckon. The Vikings currently can be landed and he can get some serious damage done. Are there any more storms left?
Oh,
yes, there is. Ooh, those are some really nice storms. Zealots are going to be gotten rid of.
And they're actually taking out a lot of Vikings. If he only.
But see, this is the problem. This is the problem that Drumhead is facing because he got that third down so late. The replenishment ability is really, really limited. Meanwhile, Boss Terran has more than enough money. Got a fourth down as well. And even though he's not getting upgrades and somehow managed to destroy his own engineering bay, he's still ahead. It would be nice to see some of those upgrades though coming from Boss Terran. It's gonna make him struggle in the long term if he doesn't sort that out.
The problem with Boss Terran though is that he doesn't split his army, so he always takes so much damage from these storms. He needs to pre-split the army and then engage.
I think you're right. I think pre-splitting would really, really help him, especially now that there isn't any Colossus to punish being able to pick off just a couple units as you spread out. And everything else trades to the gateway so effectively.
Oh.
Another just crippling storm. This is terrible. He should be crushing it at the moment, but right now he's struggling. And actually, he's got an army back at home that he's not utilising. He's got several powerful units that need to be engaging. I mean, he's 60 supply ahead, for goodness sake.
I think Drumhead's gonna hold this. The upgrades, I mean, well, since one engineering bay died, Boss Terran has to be so confused on where the engineering bay went. And oh, here we go. Goes from the side end. Can they get the good EMPs? They only EMP 2 of
But the gateway units are going to go down.
Yeah, managed to grab all the zealots. Just stalkers, and stalkers kind of stink. How many? He has so many high Templar. 10 high Templar, but all the Marauders are so low.
He just needs to split and keep on trading.
Meanwhile, he's getting a healthy Colossus count up, but soon to have 3 Colossus, which will be nice. But of course, Boss Terran, 1 to build Vikings, has 10 Vikings. I think that follows like the 3 Viking per Colossus rule.
No more storms.
Oh! Great EMP on every single one of those. Immediately transforms them into Archons. Great move. And there are just so many Marauders here.
Land the Vikings. He needs to land the Vikings though. He's going to be able to trade really, really effectively with this, providing that he can focus down those Archons. Oh, he's not being able to get rid of those Archons. Some really great engagements, actually, from Drumhead, who's keeping himself in this game. Boss Terran, meanwhile, needs to just keep an eye on his basic economy. He could be getting a little bit more gas. There are a whole load of SCVs which currently aren't mining, and he needs to get those upgrades up. Just the basic things he somehow let slip.
He is getting +1 vehicle ship weapons upgrade and +3 infantry attack, but I mean they're just so weak with only +1 armor versus +3 Archons. Or only +2. My fault. And a dark shrine. Oh, beautiful. Drumhead's. Oh, it got scouted though. Just build a turret in each base and you're fine. And he actually has a pretty good bunker turret defense, so he should be fine. Double expanding by Drumhead. Ooh, that is greed. The greed is real.
I can't see him defending it though. Pretty important that Boss Terran manages to attack that 4th. If we can get the 4th down, really good position for him.
He probably just doesn't expect
This
it.
fifth is just arrogance from Drumhead, in my opinion. I can't see him holding it.
Oh, dude, he's hiding it in plain sight.
He's tricking him.
Oh no, all these EMPs could do a lot of damage.
Brilliant EMP, and can he get some sort of concave going? Not the best concave, sort of clumping up a little bit.
The army's just not that big. He doesn't even need Storm.
Where is the rest of his army?
It's 141 to 141 supply. Drumhead actually has a larger army. Drumhead has fought his way back to the game and has successfully defended his 5th base. Wow.
I feel so sorry for Boss Terran. Boss Terran has let the upgrade slip. Boss Terran has made some really poor engagements, and he's suffering at the moment. He might actually not be able to recover from this, possibly.
Archons are strong.
Yeah, once Protoss gets on top of the production, it's lights out.
Protoss. Good game.
Stormed, I think, was the